Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have an amazing breakfast recipe for you guys, and I'll be sharing my best ever French toast. And I always use this recipe at home for my French toast. I've been using it for years and I have no idea why I haven't shared it with you guys, but today's the day. It's going up on my blog and channel. I like to use brioche bread slices. I'm going to dip the bread into a really simple egg custard, pan fry the French toast with lots of butter in a frying pan. Gonna serve it with some maple syrup, whipped cream, and berries. Let me tell you guys, the best French toast ever. You guys are going to be in breakfast heaven with this recipe. All right, let's get started with the simple custard first. This is a super easy, no fuss recipe. You don't have to warm any of the ingredients. Just take the eggs and the milk out of your refrigerator. We're going to need 6 large eggs. Just break those into a large mixing bowl. And then to my mixing bowl, I'll add in 2 cups of whole milk. I like to use a full fat milk because it adds more richness and flavor to the recipe. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now this next ingredient is optional, but I like to add in half a teaspoon of maple syrup extract. You can also add a couple tablespoons of maple syrup directly into the custard, and it just adds so much amazing maple flavor. We're going to grate in some fresh nutmeg, about 1/4 teaspoon of fresh nutmeg. And last ingredient, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then grab a whisk and mix this all together for a few minutes until this mixture is smooth. And I almost forgot to add my sugar, so we're going to add in half a cup of white granulated sugar. It's kind of important, so do add the sugar. All right, and now I'm ready to start my French toast. So I'm going to preheat a large frying pan. Now if you're making this for a crowd of people, feel free to start 2, even 3 frying pans to get this done really quickly. So I'm going to fry this with butter. I usually use about 1.5 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons per batch. I know that sounds like a lot, but the more butter the better. It just adds so much amazing flavor. So I'm just gonna drop that into the frying pan and let that melt. While I'm waiting for this butter to melt, let's talk about the brioche bread. So I have a full loaf of pre-sliced brioche bread. You could get it pre-sliced or regular. You can get it with chocolate or other fillings on the inside. So just go for about 1/2 inch thickness, and I'm gonna drop it into my custard. And you wanna just let the bread soak up as much custard as it possibly can. So just let it hang out in there for a good 10 seconds. It'll soak up nicely, because nothing's worse than cutting open a slice of French toast and it's dry on the inside, and we don't want that. And then once that butter is melted, just drop the French toast into the pan. I usually do 3 slices per pan. And just let some of that custard drip off the slice before you put it into the pan. And you want to cook the French toast over medium-low heat for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. You want to flip it over once it's nicely caramelized, that sugar caramelizes. And I'm using a stainless steel pan today. You can use a non-stick pan. You can even use a pancake griddle or even a cast iron pan for this. And once that French toast is nicely cooked on one side, grab a spatula, turn it over, and check out that color. That looks so amazing. Can't wait to enjoy this. And then just repeat this process for the rest of the loaf. All right, last French toast coming off the pan. And I just like to put them onto a plate and keep it nice and warm. You want to serve these within minutes of making them. They're so good when they're fresh. I'm gonna pile some on my plate, and we're gonna make some amazing French toast toppings. All right, so I like to add a ton of fruit and berries on top. So today I have some strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. And then we're gonna pour on some amazing maple syrup. And I get this really great bourbon maple syrup at Costco during the fall season. I like to stock up on it because it's so, so good. Give this a little dusting, some confectioner's sugar. And I also like to top this off with a little bit of whipped cream. You don't need to make it unless you want to make fresh whipped cream, but I just like to add some from the bottle. All right, time to dig in and enjoy. And I love to get a little bit of everything when I'm eating these. This looks so good, but it smells really, really good too. My whole kitchen is filled with the most incredible aroma. Absolutely amazing. You're gonna find me finishing off the rest of this plate because it's so good. Wow, this French toast is hands down the best French toast recipe ever. And I'm not saying that just because I make it, but it is so, so good. It's restaurant quality, it's so delicious, has all the French toast flavors that you're looking for. Absolutely amazing. Perfect for breakfast, for weekend brunch. Head over to my blog to get the printable recipe and enjoy this recipe at home. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.